You know, I know a lot of people see Monday as a bad thing because you have to go back to work or, whatever. But to me, Monday is sort of like New Year's. It's a new beginning, and I love new beginnings. I love planning things. I love reorganizing and restructuring and seeing what I can do for the week and that kind of thing. So I don't mind Mondays. So here's to your start of the week, brand new. Let's do this. We got this. It's Monday. So it's tea time with me. I have a brand new tea to talk about today and try out with you guys. But let's start with our abundance card. This is for the career and prosperity card section. And this is choice. Even when money is scarce, avoid such statements as I can't afford to buy this or I don't have that kind of money. They reference a sense of lack. It's better to tell yourself, I choose not to buy this at this time. So change your mindset about your financial situation. So that's a good one for this week. Let's change our mindset. We can do that. Jen says no. No, we can't do that. She's working on letters right now when she's not distracted. Her task list just keeps emptying. She's not certain what's going on. So, not sponsored, but I have a Republic of Tea tea to try today, and this is cardamom creme brulee, inspired by the classic French creme brulee, infused with exotic spices of fresh cardamom. A splash of warm milk brings out the richness in the cup, which I added my favorite creamer, and it's a black tea, and I can't wait to start this one. Let's see how it tastes with my normal creamer. Grab your drink of choice. Oh, well, that's interesting. I would recommend. I would recommend. That's good. That's good. That's gonna to be included in my repertoire. Go replica Republic of Tea. Nice. Um. Oh, well, that's good. So let us know what you're drinking. Um, Jen is drinking Snarky Juice, or better known as coffee. It's her emotional support drink. It doesn't actually wake her up, but she feels more. She likes the ritual of making coffee in the morning. Let's just say that, right? Yep. And you like the ritual of it. It's her Snarky Juice. I've got a new spirit today. I got a simmering pot. It's a skin for the teapot in Lo-Fi Spirit City, which is a fun game. It's a promo timer, but with more, which is nice. It's cool. Oh my gosh, so I've already started the formatting for the box set. If you didn't know, Small Embers is up for reading for free. Just click on over to my newsletter or click my link tree down below and you can get it for free up until the 17th. So grab it before it's gone for free. And let's see, box set. Yes, I am on the last novel formatting, making sure everything looks pretty, or making sure the chapters are correctly outlined. The beautiful funness of formatting. And then we go to the uploading stage, and I'm thinking about trying draft to digital. We'll see. And I have some money to put towards the marketing budget this time. So awesome. I am about to reach my second. Oh no, this is more than my second. So my first milestone was, of course, publishing my first novel and creating my publishing company. I accomplished that. My second one was to have 3 novels out so I could create a box set, and I accomplished that last year. Or was it? Yeah, it was last year. So, my third milestone is to publish the box set, which I am doing as we speak. Things are happening. So, my goal is to have it out by this weekend. We're going to have that. It's going to happen. It's going to happen by this weekend. Some way, somehow, it's going to be published this weekend. Um, somewhere it will be published this weekend. I promise. My next milestone is to get out the first novel of my PIR series, my urban fantasy series. Some of you might have been reading the serial fiction that goes with that. Him Talk Without Faith just dropped its last episode not long ago, and currently Jen and I, under her pen name DC Sadie, have been releasing Amber and Ashes. I have a new one that is in the works to coming out to you guys, which is happening at the same time Amber and Ashes is happening. So that one might be coming out soon, but it's not Avril. So just like Amber and Ashes, it's another character. Amber and Ashes is Blaze. This next one will be Cillian. If you've been a beta reader, you know Cillian works at PIR. She spars with Avril occasionally, and to help keep Avril on her toes and keep her fighting fit. Uh, and I think she works in the evidence area. But due to a little white lie, she ends up doing a lot more than she ever planned to. And hijinks ensue, and Mama gets involved. And we see a little bit more of what Mama can do, because most of um, my magic system is a hard magic system. Mama is the one thing in the series that doesn't quite fit that hard magic system, because she's something that's different. And you just can't limit these beings that much. So they choose to limit themselves occasionally to fit into humanity, but they have more magic than anything else. So luckily, there's not a ton of them on the planet. So that's super exciting. I think I might be getting that out to you guys in June, maybe. Um, so we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. What else is going on this week? I'm gonna go see the Titanic exhibit this weekend with my best friend. Um, we tried to see it when we were in Vegas a long time ago, and we didn't get to see it when we were in Vegas. Money situation. So this time I'm taking her out to go see it this time. I am a huge Titanic historical buff. It started long before the movies. I actually got into learning about the Titanic when I was in elementary school. I do remember when they found when Beard found the Titanic, and it was a big deal. I do remember that. Um, so yeah, I'm a Titanic person from way back, and I do believe in reincarnation. Um, and one of my theories is that if you find yourself attracted to a historical period, that you probably lived in that time. And I am certain that one of mine is that I was on the Titanic, but I was not a first class passenger. I was a third class passenger, because my empathy goes out so strongly to the plight of the third class passenger on the Titanic. And there's always the Titanic a day. I love her to death. I love you to death. I also think that I was in Egypt during the resurgence of Egypt, mania in the 20s and 30s. I was more of a, probably a archaeologist or historian or something like that. Not, not a, I don't think I was in Egypt during its heyday. So, um, but yeah, so it's those kind of things. So I would love to know if you think you were reincarnated if you lived during a period of, if you have a piece of history that just speaks to you. I have several um, that speak to me that I'm fascinated by, um, and things like that. Um, so I would love to know that. Let's see. What else is going on this week? The China exhibit. Um, AJ's got another follow up. We got some new plant babies this weekend. We got a money tree, the 5-leaf tree. It's all braided and beautiful. We got a succulent. We got a basil plant. I'm going to try again. We got, what else? Oh, Jen got bamboo. Let's see if she can make it grow as good as my bamboo behind me, um, which I bought when I published my first novel, Into the Fire. So that bamboo has been with me for several years now. Let's see. It's very hard to kill. I have not killed my bamboo. Um, I am going to do some gardening this week, possibly today. Clean up the front porch because my Mondays are my outside and van days. Um, uh, Working on Obsidian Vendetta this week, trying to get chapters edited, and get that to you guys hopefully this early summer. Um, let's see, put up the grow lights because I put up blackout curtains because summer is coming. In Texas, we don't say winter is coming, we say summer is coming. Uh, and it's already getting muggy. And yeah, our beautiful spring days are few and far between now. They say May is the end of spring. And it's true. We have gotten some very strange weather during May before. I remember one May Fest, there was a hailstorm that actually hurt people because people were out at May Fest. And this hailstorm just hit out of nowhere. And some people were very hurt. But yeah, so I got some grow lights for my plants over here. Jen got a little calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle plushie. And I can see it from here because it's on a bookshelf and I can see it. What else? What else did we do this weekend? Oh, we went to the bakery and got our favorite drink. And things that we should not have bought. um, it was new moon yesterday, so I did my journaling and stuff like that, and my plans for next week or the next lunar cycle. And my word of the month for next month is dedication. So dedicating myself to routine, to just my business plan and my game plan, my goals. I've gotten the bloops down on my Discord. I'm no longer hearing multiple bloops an hour. That was driving me crazy. It was like, and none of them were in my server. So I was like, what? Why? It was driving me crazy. Um, hmm. I got some more stuff for the concert that I'm going to. I got a power bank because I got a rechargeable battery for my light stick, and I will have my phone on me, and I have to call Jen to let Jen know that to come and get me because I'm not parking. I'm not paying to park. Oh, nay. It is expensive. I'd rather be dropped off, thank you. And I'll probably hang out until the traffic calms down and then call Jen. And be like, okay, now is probably a better time to come get me. But yeah, slowly getting everything together for that. I'm super excited. Let's see. Working on the First Thursday Discord newsletter, our video newsletter, and the anthology. The deadline is the end of May, so May 31st. So if you write fantasy, check out the anthology. Go to On the Wings to Writers link tree and click on the anthology, and that'll have all your questions answered for you in the submission form. We would love to have your piece in, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a short. It could be a snippet from your fantasy novel. It could be a character write-up about a character. As long as it fits the theme, the gray areas between good and evil, then yeah, we would love to see that. Um, if you have a location that fits that theme, write about that location. We would love to see it. If you have poetry, fantasy poetry, we would love to see that too. So, yeah, lots of good stuff out there. So, countdown is coming for that. All right, so we're past the 20 minutes, so we're going to get into our Writer's Little Helper by James V. Smith Jr. And let's see where we are. There's a checklist for editing, hit shots, and quick tips. Before you send your manuscript or writing sample in to an agent or editor, check for these items. Well, also before you publish it yourself. Amateur and common mistakes. Avoid multiple exclamation points. Avoid even single exclamation points, except for the case of true exclamation, like the rare rats or the too rare Cubs win. Cubs wins. Yeah, try to avoid them if you can. I have a few, but they're because it's a true exclamation. Don't write text in all caps. It's hard to read and it's shouting in print. And why shout? Avoid per as in per instructions. Other than uses like words per sentence, let cats purr. Cute little pun. Use this search function to find ly words. Adverbs. Check each adverb ending in ly to see if it can be cut. Use stronger verbs and you won't need the help of adverbs. It's true. I mean, I do like adverbs. I use a lot of ly. Um, search for izine or ization, and cut these where you can. So words that end with ize or ization. Search for ition words, tion words too, and cut them down to size. Affect in verb meaning to influence. Effect is sometimes a verb meaning to produce, but it's most often a noun meaning the result produced. Affect and effect all the time. I know I'm not alone in that problem, but yeah, check those, make sure they're right. Impact is a noun, not a verb. Choose your words carefully. Don't entitle songs, books, reports, or films, title them. Entitle refers to ownership. I titled this book The Writer's Little Helper. I'm entitled to its copyright. Don't type up or print out. Type and print will do the job just fine, thank you. Don't use etc. or etc. Loan is a noun. Dang it is a noun. And lend is a verb always. You lend money. That money is a loan. Use hopefully the way you use a gun. If you don't know how to handle it, leave it alone. You wouldn't say hopefully you will die, even when you mean it is hoped you will die. You might say I hope you die, which still pales next to drop dead if you insist on hopefully I give you this poison. Use fewer with things you can count, less than with quantities. Example, he has fewer than 10 fingers and less than enough cents. I like that one. Imply means to suggest. Infer means to deduce. ITS is possessive, while it is, or its, is the conjunction of it is. You're possessive. Get your gun. You're in, basically check your possessives. And in there, then there as well. That's another one. So some little quick tips and things for editing. Last checks. And we will do another one next week. So thank you to James V. Smith Jr. for The Writer's Little Helper. It has been a nice little talking point. I admit that I use ly words because I'm writing in first person, and sometimes I want to start a sentence without I, because I can be implied. And so I use them that way. It's a choice as my writer. It's my writer's choice. Blah. So what things do you always find? Just is another thing you should check for. Hit the find. That. If you can remove that, please do. What's some others that you've found that you have to remove or check? So we would love to hear that. All right. Let's get to the reading. This is the next chapter of If the Seas Catch Fire, which is in the box set. And this is chapter 9. If you want to hear the previous chapters, you can look for the playlist Tea Time If the Seas Catch Fire, and you can catch previous readings. If you want me to hear me read Into the Fire or The Fire Inside, and home fires. You can click on those playlists as well. So check out the playlists. We are on chapter 9. Raven suggested this little hole in the wall restaurant in Chinatown, and like usual, it's turning out to be amazing. The full tables are a testament to Raven's fingers being on the foodie pulse. Have you heard about the drama, the guys? She asks. Um, yeah, I heard from Steve. We've talked mostly about this vicious cycle my client has me on. The waiter comes and puts our starters on the table. Raven waits for the waiter to move away from the table. Travis didn't go into a lot of detail, Raven says, nudging for Steve's point of view. Maybe Tony should have gone with them. He might have helped Steve with the story, being that he and the guys gave it to him. Tony's out of town, she tells me. I feel my eyes widening, grasp at my chest at the fact that he'd leave Anna here. He went back to North Texas, and Anna's staying with me while he's away. Malcolm has been helping get the business stuff going and helping to find Tony and Anna's larger apartment for them to move into when Tony gets back, so he's exhausted. She updates me on our mutual friends. Where has Anna set up shop? Our and entrees come to the table, and Raven pauses again, excitement lighting up her chocolate brown eyes with sparks. She has a space in a building in Chinatown. It's so nice and her has great potential. She could use some help to find decorating pieces. My heart races at the idea of a hunt, and then it sinks as I remember the crisis at work. I need to cut some of the extra stuff from my life. It's one thing to help Raven with the wedding, it's another to help Anna decorate her new shop or worry about my whatever it is with Steve and I. Something has to be pruned. I need to find out what's on the chopping block. While I'm thinking, the server comes and removes our entrees and brings dessert and coffee. Raven thanks him and sends her regards to the chef. I wait for the server to step away. I'd love to help you them both, but this client is killing me. We've racked our brains and the clock keeps counting down to the deadline. She still hasn't picked a design? So you can start? No, and we can't seem to get any direction from her. We've been having to turn clients away because of the contract we have with her, and our waiting list is getting longer and longer. But enough of that. How is your cooking channel project going? I launch next month. Only a few episodes left to film, and I'm working with a musician for the theme music. Wow, that's great. You know I'll help any way I can, including take the leftovers off your hands. Raven giggles at my attempt at humor, but it doesn't reach her eyes. I know she's worried about me, and having Travis gone is taking its toll on her. How are you holding up, hun? I've been better. It was easy the last time we were apart. The loss is deeper. I'm still working and I keep busy, but I want him home. I want all the little things we do together every day. I have no experience with that, I say, as I shift my dessert plate away. Raven looks at my plate and then up at me, worry etching her eyes. Raven nods in agreement. I didn't either. But once you have it, you miss it when it's gone. A few days later, we're meeting DJs for the first time and picking music for the wedding. Raven's going back and forth about having a live band or a DJ. Have you picked the song for your first dance? No, I can't seem to even narrow one down. I don't enjoy having to do this stuff without him. They'll be back before you know it. So you're thinking about Steve being back. Raven wiggles her dark eyebrows at me. Don't start with me. I said they because I know you're good friends with Steve and Mike. Sure you did. Shut up. Another DJ is showing up. I tell her before the sound of the doorbell rings. Nash ushers a woman in the living room at Raven's house, standing tall and leggy with tan skin, with a triangular face. Her brown hair is shoulder length and kinky and forms a neat afro. She's dressed in baggy athletic pants and a crop top in maroon with her logo front and center over her breasts. Do you have a sample? Raven asks. She has a lazy smile and pulls out an MP3 player and hooks a cable up to the sound system. It's a quick mix. Her voice is sweet and edged with an accent I can't place. We listen to the snippets of music, and I'm surprised that she has picked some stuff Raven and Travis would like. How much did you research Travis before you came? I can feel my lips pull up into a smug smile. A little, she replies with a snarky smile. We'll call you and let you know as soon as we can, Willona. Raven adds and makes a note on her notepad. I liked that one, I add as Nash comes to the front door. There's lunch ready in the kitchen. Raven calls out to Nash. The sound of his groan floats down the hall, causing us both to laugh silently. So are you and Steve having any plans when he gets back? No, not that I know of. I give her a suspicious look. How are things going, really? I don't know. I've been honest with him and I've stopped ignoring him. I take a few moments trying to think how to word my thoughts. But Raven, work is kicking my ass and some things need to be simplified in my life. I'm afraid Steve may be the first to take a back seat. Have you told him? No, that would suck. True, I wouldn't want a Dear John letter, but what can I do to help? Her eyes fill with sincerity. You can talk to your fiance, I reply, and give a nervous laugh. He doesn't have to give me every one of his wedding ideas, and I can't always drop everything to give him a wedding update. My phone buzzes at the exact moment. Picking it up, I see yet another text from him truly. Speaking of the devil, I'll talk to Travis. Here, give me your phone. I hand it over and her fingers fly over the screen. There, her voice is triumphant. I take my phone back and don't even look at what she typed to Travis. If only I could get you to do that with my client, I laugh and feel my chest lighten. I have faith in you and Cass. You'll figure it out. Just a second. Get some tea. Mm, that's really good. These high-end department stores all smell the same and it always lingers. I would gladly be in the shoe section, but today it's wedding registry day, and we are on our third of 5 stores. Raven wields her little ray gun as she laughs over the outrageous items and their equally exorbitant price tags. Do you think we need a pair of white hands making a coffee table? She asks before laughing as she passes through the massive hands that hit her knee. Oh no, you need this retro lantern set for your front living room with red faux glass, I tell her, and her giggles ring over the store while she rubs her knee. The stuck-up shop assistant frowns over at us. Come on, let's move to the next place. I see nothing here, Raven says while motioning with her hands. We hand our ray guns to the following shop assistant and head out into the spring afternoon. Every flower and plant around us is trying to soak up every ounce of sunlight available today. My phone buzzes with a text from Steve as we enter an outdoor grilling store. He's updating me on their last stop on the tour will be the Climate Pledge Arena here, and that he has tickets waiting for me and Cass. I ignore it and follow Raven up to the cash register where she asks about the registry. Steve keeps staying in touch, and I don't know what to do. I need to take a step back, but how to tell him? It isn't right to do it over the phone or text while he's focusing on the tour. He's already had drama on the road. Sama, my client, couldn't decide again on a design, and we're again back to the drawing board, racking our brains. I've been working later every day. If I hadn't agreed to do the wedding registry with Raven today, I would work another Saturday. I'll go in tomorrow and make up the work. And while I lament another weekend wasted, another text from Steve comes through, and it's filled with ideas for a date. Why does he have to be romantic? I send a quick text letting him know what my plans are for the day and that I'll talk to him tonight. Raven turns to me and introduces the salesman who is going to help us today. Time to go crazy. Travis will love anything from here. A gleam of chaos in her eyes. like you wouldn't use it too, I say before laughing at her blush. Well, let's do this, I say with false enthusiasm. So I have a little insider bit about that chapter. The antique lanterns with faux red glass is actually something that was in my living room as a teenager as lamps. They were actually not lanterns, they were faux little potbelly stoves with fake plastic uh, red lantern like bulb light tops. They were so hideous. My father did not pick them out. I did not pick them out. It was solely my stepmother, and they were atrocious. And when I was doing that scene of picking stuff out at the stores, I don't know why those things came back into my head, but they did. So those actually existed at one time. They were in my home. We also had the wood couch that had, I mean, solid wood, like massive pieces, and it had the cushions in this weird pattern. Like it was the weirdest pattern. I can't describe it other than like wheat and spoked wheels, wagon wheels. It was, I don't know what theme she was going for other than her ducks. She collected ceramic ducks. She loved ducks, like the white duck, like the big white duck. She had a few of the mallard type. Like we had a duck phone, and the eyes lit up red when it rang. It was the most terrifying thing you'd ever seen. I had dreams, nightmares about ducks for years. Being eaten by one, being chased by them. Yeah, it was not entertaining. Uh, I am watching Jen try to see her little screen. Don't make fun of me. I don't know what. She's bent over like this to get her little screen instead of scooting in where she might see it better. Instead, she's putting her back at risk. Um, but so I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope to see you this weekend, health pending. I have a consultation with an oral surgeon this week, so no serious work yet. And AJ has her second follow up about her ears. They're looking good though. Um, from what we can see, they're looking good. So hopefully we're good to go. And I hope to see you all soon. Take care, be safe, know I love you, and I will see you this weekend.